Hello friends, I am your host, Carrie Hamilton, and welcome to Bottoms Up, Healing from Trauma That They Called Love. Take a moment to exhale. This space is for clarity, for healing, for understanding our past that shaped us, but it doesn't need to define us. This is a place where we discuss trauma that shaped patterns that often result in pain, suffering, and confusion. But the truths that we discuss here are what you can finally use to set yourself free. There's a divine purpose for you, and it's time that you discover your authenticity to live on mission and into the path that was set for you. So sit back, relax, and listen up. Today's episode may just be what will set you free. Today's episode is brought to you by Patsy's Purpose. Patsy's Purpose is a nonprofit organization that is a donation-based organization that gives to individuals that are in need, from veterans to those in poverty, to holiday gifts, holiday meals, and so forth. Please visit www.patsyspurpose.com to donate today. There is no donation amount that is too small or too large that will help all the individuals that are in need and that are candidates for such a special cause. Again, visit www.patsyspurpose.com for more. This message is for all of my online daters and those who are truly looking for love. If you are on online dating and you are honestly, genuinely looking for love, not a convenience, not a hookup, you really, really want a commitment, listen up. So many individuals that are on online dating, they end up getting narcissistic individuals. I will say right now that narcissistic people, the online dating is like a breeding ground for them. Because what do narcissists do in the beginning? They love bomb. And what are people on online dating for? They're looking for love. So a lot of individuals fall victim to narcissistic individuals because it's like falling right into a trap. So that's first and foremost. And before I actually go any further, I want to say I could just see it already. I could see people like all in my DMs and stuff and saying, online dating isn't that bad. I found my husband. We've been married for 15 years. So this is just, again, this is just advice. This is just throwing it out there. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to apply to you. Sure. Have I heard of great, outcomes and situations from online dating? Absolutely. But consider yourself a lucky individual, a blessed individual, because that's not necessarily always the case. So let me just make that clear right away. So anyway, backtracking. So if you are truly genuinely looking for love, please be careful and, tread lightly in the online dating field, because a lot of narcissistic people are out there searching for prey. So just make sure that you ask the questions. Don't go to bed with them right away. If you can't decipher between factual and fake, don't fuck them, okay? If you are on online dating and truly looking for commitment, I really suggest that you ask the questions, because some are on there for commitment and some are on there for convenience. You need to really make sure that you do the homework, ask the questions, and see if are they on there just, filling a void. A lot of individuals are on there and they think that they're looking for love, but really they are trying to heal and fix and basically replace a codependency issue. They're looking for a hookup. They're looking for their next fill-in baby daddy. They're looking for someone to financially support them. Those are all codependent situations that it's not that they're looking for love, they're looking for someone to replace a void. So you really have to make sure that you do your homework, do your research, ask the questions, and get out there and make sure that you are protecting yourself within the online dating field. If you are out there and you are sleeping around with individuals, or maybe you're just one to really, truly, genuinely want to feel loved, and you are meeting all these individuals and going to bed with them, listen, There are so many Tinder swindlers out there, Bumble stumblers out there. Like, these people will do that with everyone. And STDs are so common these days. It's like, it's disturbing. You know, I've actually had some individuals that I've heard them say to me, oh yeah, well, you know, they gave me XYZ. And it's like, I mean, I know that's no big deal anymore. Listen, just because they make medication to help with herpes, or they give medication that takes a wart off of your genital area and so forth, you guys, that doesn't mean that it's acceptable to jeopardize your health because someone says that there's a fix for it. It's very sad that convenience has truly taken over the mental aspect of so many people, that people are actually accepting their health as a jeopardy to reality. And it astounds me. It astounds me that people are accepting sexual transmitted diseases to have pleasure. Like, let's think about this for a second, you know? The mind controls everything. So when you are out of a situation, like let's say that you are freshly divorced, or you are in a situation that is not a normal, habitual situation that you're in, the mind is instantly going to say, this isn't normal, I'm not comfortable, go fix the hole of whatever it is that you're experiencing. So a lot of individuals will seek someone, like let's say they're divorced or getting divorced, or freshly divorced. They want to hurry up, and your body is uncomfortable now. It's out of its element and environment, and so you're seeking to date and fill that void, because right now your mind's saying, hey, this is not normal, what's going on? I need to be I need to be comfortable again, this isn't safe, I don't have a person, there's no one around me. And so some of the times people are looking in the dating world to feel comfortable because they feel uncomfortable not having someone, and that will only cause destruction in the long run. So feel uncomfortable, be alone. If you are just filling a void to have someone next to you or by you because that's your normal comfort zone, humans are creatures of habit. We are always seeking to be in the habit that makes us feel comfortable. So trust me, being alone, it may be a week or 2 weeks or something in that nature, that will make you feel uncomfortable because your mind is saying, where's that person? Help me out, fix this situation. It's not safe right now. But reality is, persistence and repetition is key to breaking habits. So keep moving, keep going. Don't look to fill the void just for comfort. Make sure, like I said, stay alone, be uncomfortable for a little bit, and eventually that will become a habit. You being alone will then become comfortable, but you have to do it with persistence and in repetition, and just keep doing it until you break that habit of needing to fill the void of missing someone, that codependency. True love comes from within. If you are seeking exterior love from another person, you're trying to fill voids, you're feeling codependency issues, whatever the case may be, anything exterior is a desire. It's not love. Love comes within. So if you feel empty and you feel that there's some sort of void and you are looking in the dating field, I'm going to tell you right now, stop dating. Don't go in the dating field. Because what it is actually something within yourself that you need to heal and you need to fix, because you shouldn't have to date. Dating is a privilege. It's like driving. Driving is a privilege. That is something that comes as extra. It's not mandatory in order to survive or in order to do life. And I think people forget that. I think people have lost their sense of willpower and fixing themselves and healing inner wounds and things like that, that they want that convenience and that easy fix. And I'm going to tell you, anything convenience and anything exterior is just temporary. So basically you're taking a temporary solution and you always have a permanent problem. You have to fix the problem, and that comes from the source, and that comes from you within. And lastly, if you are seeking attention versus connection, or maybe you find yourself like in a pattern of obtaining emotionally unavailable people, that is actually a trauma wound within yourself. So there's a reason that, like, for instance, my own self, I had childhood abuse in my childhood, and it was unhealed. And so when I was in the dating field, I would seek basically people that I could fix or help or save. I wanted to always pour my love to anyone that was basically in any sort of brokenness, because I never wanted anyone to feel that lack of love from, or misery or struggle or whatever, like I did as a child. So that was actually a trauma wound that I needed to fix myself, to realize that I'm not the savior, right? There's one savior in this world, Jesus Christ, and it's not me. So I need to stop trying to save people and help people and love, overly love people to compensate their brokenness. Their brokenness is a trauma wound of their own that they have to fix. And once you start to see your worth and value, and that you deserve the same love that you give, you stop seeking those type of broken individuals, and those type of individuals don't actually want hookups, and they don't want stressful things or environments that disrupt their peace. They actually look for peace, and they look for love and genuine care. But if I didn't heal that trauma wound within myself, I would still consistently find people that are broken or have issues and so forth. And no one out there is perfect. We all have a story, right? So this is not saying that you have to find a perfect person. There is always going to be someone perfect. Their imperfections are going to be perfect for you. So it's not about becoming a perfect person. It's just becoming aware of the things that you are seeking and where it's basically stemming from. You have to pull out the root of the problem. Otherwise, you're just going to consistently fill a void or a temporary solution and have a permanent problem. So you really have to do a lot of inner work of yourself to seek why it is that you're finding and seeking these types of individuals. I will say, on the online dating, there are a lot of broken people out there, and it's just because they don't feel that they're worthy enough from all the trauma that they have been through. So they're looking for someone just to fill that void, like I said. And you really have to make sure that you seek within yourself and make your inner self strong, so that way you don't seek individuals of that sort. Ever since I had my narcissistic abusive relationship 2 years ago, and then went through the extensive therapy, I will say to you, and this is just my own personal opinion, my own personal preference, you obviously do you, I do me, but I will never online date again since 2 years ago, because that again is the prey and the breeding ground for those narcissistic people, and I never want to have a narcissist in my life again. But also, I genuinely see now, from going through therapy and becoming a certified life coach myself, and having extensive education now behind me, I see the type of individuals that are in those atmospheres, and I just know that online dating is just not something for me. And I think that's also why I am single right now. It does take patience. You have to really be alone to see the way that people are, and to analyze things, and it is in silence and not commotion that you become aware of those type of surroundings. So if you're on online dating and you see yourself constantly seeking or obtaining all of these like people with issues, like so to say, that's genuinely something that's probably inside of yourself, because you're seeking those people due to some sort of situation or some sort of thing that happened to you in your lifetime. So you're like seeking the opposite. Like I said, I wanted to be the fixer, the healer, the lover, the whatever, to people that have been through traumatic situations. And that's not our job. It's not our job to heal other people. You know, and that's what I had to learn for myself. So I hope this helped you. Best of luck. And I will say that you are not broken. You are not unlovable. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just you need to fill your own cup first before you could pour into others. And that's genuinely seeking within yourself what you really define love as and what makes you happy, what brings you peace. And once you find that, you know, life becomes so much easier, because peace is such a blessing. And once you find that and once you discover that, you don't want to ever interrupt that again. And you start actually seeking individuals that have that same value within themselves. So much love. Just a reminder, you are the one that completes you. Anything else around you, whether it's people or things, they just complement you. Your true happiness and your true love is inside of your own soul. And that is what you have to look for. It's not an online dating. It's not outside. It's inside.